the fact that it's a bit of a stretch definition to call this a Malaysian circuit, but it was at this point in time because Thompson Road Circuit hosted the Malaysian Grand Prix, as I said before, from 1961 to 1965. Crazy, isn't it? How history was
Now, come from driver's seat tonight. Still on the outlet. Driver's seat. Where is championship? Yes. Hey.
yeah.
This car is stuck behind Tanzani right behind it. And it is a machine back there. Awesome Zani.
Well, right around the outside goes Jasmine Tan, and that slaps a bit of a slap in the face for his fellow championship rival. These two have been going at it all season with qualifying because it's either one or the other in pole position, but both of the pole positions have gone to Kanzani Ramdhani, two in fact for the season, one in top 10, one in bronze. Wow, we haven't started the race yet, and they're still going at it. Jasmine actually is the first driver to start his qualifying lap. He was in front of, in fact, that's Jaden Wong, isn't it? Jay Wong. So Jay Wong in the other fifth racing car, right behind him. They come through along. In fact, no, Jay Wong was way behind these two. It was Ramdhani behind him. Then Jay Wong, Bradley Martins, and the rest of the field who are starting their first proper hot laps. But I think these would just be banker laps, not representative of the actual pace. That will come in the second laps after this.
Just the time moving into the snakes. Still part of the season races.
Yes, it is. Because in fact, I thought you were going to put a hiss there because it sounded like a pun. The snakes.
I can't. Maybe riding on board just the time. Onto the power before just the time. It was up from 5th gear to 6th gear, 200 kilometers per hour. Right. Then the car hit. Right.
Coming up then afterwards, defense had to hit the apex with the bollards on the side. Use a bit of thrust on the inside and then on the outside here because it's kind of like a rally stage where you can use a lot of it. Think your mind back to Rally Germany. That's where you can cut a lot of corners. Jasmine uses second gear as well, incidentally. So I think you get some people just would use second to get a better drive out of them, but it kind of kills the rest because it's a bit low. It just bogs your momentum. But some drivers like it, and let's see if that pays dividends for Jasmine time. He comes across the line then, 146. Whoa, that's the fastest time we saw so far. But no, Jay Wong goes even faster, 46.4, and the rest of the drivers come through. Bradley Martin's up in third. Lavinesh Mohainer is in fourth, and fifth is Kanzani Ramdhani, the usual coal mine specialist, is about 2.3 seconds behind.
Right in the face. It's up.
Oh, he balked it again. We saw in Johor how he actually couldn't convert pole position because he actually scuffed up his outline. He let too many people by, and that ruined his tires. And I think he knows it. He's actually backing up a bit. Trouble here for one of the main championship protagonists, and the other guy, Azam Zari, 16th. So this is his first proper run. Then after that, he'll get the second bite of the cherry afterwards. So coming up now to the rain champion for the first time. Locks up in mid-course. You can hear the chirp there, right? You are grimacing right now. I can see that was not a pleasant sound. Coming out of the rain champion, across the start finish line then. Will this be a good enough time for Mazam Zari to be in the top 5? That competitive top 5 to be exact. 47s and 46s. Where's he gonna go?
Oh! Never mind. Kanzani Ramdhani, where are you? Kanzani has picked you for the Complete Specialist Award here from Thompson. I agree that it's the same as we saw from class.
Yeah, but wow, 46 dead. That's actually one of the fastest times we've ever seen so far in the Popular Tatters cars. That is a seriously fast time from Wazam Zari, and he's on for another one. Ozer Kadri's up to P2.
Oh, god damn, what? Thompson Zari in P1 or Jose in P2. That damn, I would say.
Jasmine goes on to pole. J1 goes on to even faster of 45.3.
They've got one more lap to do with 45.
And it might have been slipstream. It might have been slipstream from Jasmine.
Great goes to show how long this is here in competition circuit. It's not like Monza where it's risky. This is why you don't want to be the one leading the pack. You want to be the one not leading the pack.
Oh, that's Jasmine going off. That's his qualifying time.
That's all. That's
Yep.
all.
Jasmine, yeah, that's all for Jasmine time. That's his qualifying time. He is second. But we're looking at Jay Wong here. Can he stretch out a gap even further than just 7/10? Imagine if he goes into 44s. Look at that. That's it. It's gone. And he's out. Well, he needs to be faster than Jasmine here because it's all for the permutations here. It's only 5 points the difference between Jasmine Tan and Muazzam Zari. Muazzam will stand to lose 1 point here. He'll be 6 points coming into the final round of the season. Across the line, where will he be? Second place by 6,000th of a second, and he takes away 1 point. So now the championship difference is 4 points at the top.
Cameron James, so where can you be, Cameron James? You have let's see. Where is that? Last time you hate this box. And all the sliding action deck is existing. Now then, the left hand why them I think he needs to be a lot closer to the apex. He's not nailing those apexes very quickly, and that's it. Qualifying is done and dusted, ladies and gentlemen. Pole position goes to Jay Wong, 45.392. I didn't expect that to happen.
And he's one of the fastest guys. He's actually one of the fastest guys in this set, tonight so far. 45s. I didn't expect that. We thought 46 was going to be really fast, but here we go. He nearly cracked it the 44s. What an amazing run from Jay Wong.
It's an amazing run. Anyways, now let's look at bronze standings. We haven't looked into the bronze standings yet, but why not we look into the bronze standings? Jasmine Tan here leads the way by Muazzam Zari by 5 points. From Muazzam Zari by 5 points.
But make that 4 now because Muazzam actually managed to qualify ahead of Jasmine. So 4 points in it between the top two coming to final round of the season. And where is Kanzani Ramdani? He is nowhere right now.
It's not because Kanzani Ramdani is actually down in P13, so not a good start for you. You got Jaden Cha as well. Jaden Cha, is he in the server? I think he is. Oh, he is, but he's all the way down in P19. 1 minute and 56 seconds remaining here, ladies and gentlemen, before the race is finally done and dusted for race 1 in the bronze class. Jay Wong on pole and Muazzam Zari in P2, followed by Jasmine Tan in P3. As we go
And
on
these are two, and mind you, all these guys, if not mistaken, are teammates. So it's a Biff Racing 1, 2, 3. Jay's not running the Biff livery, but you can. I think I remember from the registration, these guys are teammates, so they might just work together here and just box out the front because it's gonna be a straight fight between these guys. Remember, teammates? Yes, we had that already. This is the same situation in Copper between Malik Fakrul and Amir Rafiq, but those guys were on the best of terms. They just want to see the best man win. This one, I'm not sure how the team tactics is gonna be like.
Every man for himself. Shout out to our sponsors here, LMAM Motorsport Association of Asia. I can't spell properly. I can't remember.
Probably because that you're hearing a horn right now in the background. You can actually hear it close.
Yes. The horn there.
Yes.
MEM for sanctioning our event today. So thank you so much, MEM, for sanctioning our entire championship for Global Edition Season 11 Malaysian Playground. Live apparels for the awesome jerseys and the cotton jerseys that they provide for us to use. Royal Selangor, Ammo Pursuit Trophy.
Yep. Right here, right in front of us. There it is. This nice trophy that is all to play for everybody involved.
You've got your name engraved, you got your champions, the season that you win, that you partake in engraved, and you got the eRacing GP name engraved as well. X-Spot for the awesome facilities, one in Johor, one in KL, and last but not least, Axel Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, bronze class, 10 seconds.
Yep, 10 seconds before we go lights out, and Biff Racing drivers first, second, and third. Who's going to be first and second, then coming to the turn, first turn. Lights are on the gantry, and then we go flying off here in Thompson Road, and it looks as though Jasmine Time may not have had the best of starts. Maz Amzari tucks into the rear wing of Jay Wong. They come over the rise here onto the hump. It looks as though everybody is clean away here coming up to the hump. Let's see, everyone goes flat, fanning out. There's almost 3-4 wide coming to put in the first turn. Jasmine Time's boxed in. He has to be careful here. Watch out for the guys inside and outside. Maz Amzari is up in front and he's in the clear. Oh, there's a car spinning in the background into the lamppost. And Jasmine has actually tapped Jose Al-Qadri and he gets involved. Jasmine has actually gotten involved into the melee and right into the crowd. Oh, wow. Just as I said it, he needed to be careful, and unfortunately, he literally just tripped over a lot of toes, and he's into the thick of it in P14. His teammate Maz Amzari then is smiling ear to ear right now. He is in the box seat up in front, well and truly clear away here to take a potential title away from Jasmine.
Oh, that's not bad here. Amzari here is actually looking to get off. The guy is actually right behind him. He's got a dream, he's got 3/10 of the circuit done from that one.
3/4. So coming up then to the peak bend, they're well and truly clear ahead by about 4/10 of a second, in fact 4 seconds in front of Cameron James. This is the end of the first lap coming up now into the range hairpin. Maz Amzari hunting for the championship. Jay Wong then trying to help out his teammates as much as he could onto the home stretch. Coming up now to the start finish line, the end of the first lap. Jay Wong in first place. Second place is Maz Amzari by about 7/10 of a second. Third place is Cameron James. Fourth, Kanzani Ramdani, who is pretty much the outsider for the championship title here today. He is about 1.3 seconds behind Cameron James. Jose Al-Qadri, despite being tapped around by Jasmine Tan, he's in fifth place. Slipstream is very strong. They bump each other right now, and look at that. That pump drafting tactic may have worked out because Jay and Maz Amzari managed to get up in front by about half a second away from Cameron James. Cameron and Kanzani losing a little bit of time behind them without the slipstream.
Well, Jay Wong is not in the championship, ladies and gentlemen. Mind him, he's just there to disturb the presence of championship. What about Jasmine Tan? Not in the lead. Not a good afternoon so far. He's got a lot of front end damage and side wheels, left side damages.
Yeah, not a good start to the race, and the championship hard for him because coming to this round, he knew for a fact that he had to stave off his teammate Maz Amzari. Muazzam is in P2. That's a nightmare scenario to be in. But the only silver lining that he has right now, he'll start at the front in race number 2 if he could actually get a clear getaway and have a clean race. But that's a bit of a tall order given the fact that this circuit is quite difficult to have a clean race on. And well, overtaking doesn't seem to be much of a problem as he comes now to the long loop, manages to get in front of Bradley Martins. Martins didn't put up too much of a fight there. He knows full well it's not his fight.
So he's fight here. I mean, you have to be sensible here in this situation. Fight someone position. But to be fair, Bradley Martins has the rights to fight everyone. Instead, just time is a lot bigger than him. So no point that you fight him.
Onto the grass and nearly into the lamppost, and that has been the theme of today's races because a lot of people have actually fallen foul to trackside objects that normally you wouldn't hit actually, but here we are. You got trees and you got lampposts that you can hit, as well as guardrails, not the normal harmful barriers that we're accustomed to on normal racing circuits. As we are now starting the third lap of this race, Maz Amzari then bump drafting again. Jay Wong in front. He doesn't want to run to the back of him, but he just wants to get as close as possible so that he could inch away from Cameron James, who hasn't had much of an answer here in the first 2 laps to catch up to these two.
Previous part of Thompson was considered for me is his part of the snakes. 9 corners here. The snakes is basically one flat out part.
Yeah, because I think officially they count 2 corners in that, but because so many of these corners are like kinks, they don't actually count it. Like for example, this is not a corner. This is just a kink. This is a proper corner because that leads up to the long loop. It has no name here. We can just put any name we want, but it's a long medium left-hander before we come to a very long right-hander that leads up back to Upper Thompson Road.
We call that the Afi corner.
traffic got involved in that as well.
Yep.
But coming up now to the end of lap number 2 into lap number 3, or rather the end of lap 3 into lap 4, Mazam Zari still tailing the back of J1. He knows for a fact that his teammate Jasmine Tan hasn't had the best of starts. If he could actually just get up to the back of Jay Wong and overtake him, that bolsters his chances of winning this championship and literally take it from the jaws of defeat after what was essentially a terrible round in Johor, where he got taken out by Kanzani Ramdhani, especially controversially in the second race. He bump drops Jay Wong again. That actually added up a bit of a gap, because look at that, between himself and Cameron James in third place, 4.1 seconds. It became 4.4 seconds as they came to the circus end.
Did you realize that they're actually avoiding the dirty bump side?
Yep, just like I said in the hot lap, avoid the dry leaves, because the dry leaves can actually spin you around.
Yep. Now that process, what can you do? You're sitting in the snakes. Jay Wong qualified over by 7 tenths of a second. He's still not good on that pace, but well, maybe he's carrying too much fuel. That's the reason why the car is actually feeling wrong.
Also, given the fact that it's 200 times, 200% fuel wear, it might be troublesome for a lot of these guys when they carry some fuel load, but it is what it is. Jay Wong has to deal with that one, otherwise he will not be racing this hard to stay in the lead. He goes a bit defensive for a second, but for the time being at least, Mazam Zari has no answer for him through the snakes, unless of course he's just conserving his tyres.
What can you do? Not much can you do? You've got, I think he might be conserving his tyres. He's got an inside eye that he doesn't have the inside eye race. Then he's running right in center. Down the range happened.
And no lockup.
And no lockup, so, and no like dip sound.
Yep, you can hear that chirp sound when someone gets a second step on the brakes trying to hook up the corner on the apex, but not that time around. So Mazam actually is driving a conservative race, and again they're pulling ahead of Cameron James. Cameron, you can see there in the yellowy Renault coloured car in the background. No answer for these two as
Bump drop again.
Bump drafting all the way up to the hump, and that's not advisable. That might just cause an accident if they get it wrong.
Down the inside, down the turn 2.
No way through just yet. And again, that little bump drop helps them increase that gap up in front. But how long is Mazam going to play ball here with Jay Wong? Because he knows for a fact that if Jasmine makes up any more positions, it might compromise him in the championship run. So Mazam, if he gets the win, and indeed, I think without a doubt, he might have gotten the fastest lap because of the slipstreams. He just wants to get the extra 2 points and the win, so that it bolsters his chances completely in the championship run.
Indeed, Mazam Zari here is yes, a bit racing, yes, for racing coming in, not racing. One of them is being really smart. If you're not smart, you get into a collision or trying to overtake Jay Wong. If you're Mazam Zari in this case, you will get it.
Indeed, and Cameron James is only 5 seconds behind, so he could just pick up the pieces immediately anyway. So again, he's playing his cards right. It's like a Texas Hold'em player. He's just waiting to know when to fold, or in this case, he's holding. So really, then it's he's playing his cards right. Let's see how he goes through the range champion again. No lockup whatsoever. He is playing this conservatively, and because of that slipstream, he's actually pulling away even further from Cameron James. Now by 5 tenths per second this time around to 5.7. It was 5.2 last time out. So yeah, Mazam here playing the game very well. We should say long game, but it's only a 15-minute race. Couple of kilometers per hour, yeah, maybe 4 kilometers per hour at best. That's how much it's
But still, it's a competition track that has a very good
and look, they're pulling away even further from Cameron James. That was another 2 tenths gain from that slipstream alone. So Cameron then has no answer to these two.
Answer is 5 minutes 20 seconds to race 11 for race 1 in bronze class. This is the battle for P1. This is also the battle for P1 championship. Not for this, but also for the championship. For Mazam Zari. Just time is
P7. It's 2.5 seconds behind Jaden Cha, so the two Singaporeans are close together, basically on home soil, when home soil was still part of another country, incidentally. But for the time being, at least, title will go to a Malaysian, but they have a Singaporean up in front, basically leading the way. But he's in essence helping out the Malaysian to win this title bid. What a way to do so here. After such a clutch qualifying to take it up to second, he had such a clean start, and he will try to make it go all the way here, not only in the first race but also in the whole season alone.
Now check it out. Jane is leading the way. Just time is 3 seconds behind. Jaden Shah, so you have to get closer there. Just fighting for the championship. Fighting for the start.
Yes, but they will get a silver and bronze as well for the second and third. But how they would love to be champion. But here, for the time being, at least, surprisingly, despite the first corner mayhem, it has been quite a clean race. I mean, bronze normally gets the kind of crazy races, but here we are. We're having a good technical battle up in front between the two teammates. But I think that technical battle may have actually gone up into smoke here. Mazam was actually thinking of going around the outside, coming into the circus hairpin, but no way through just yet. Jay Wong still manages to eke out a bit of an advantage by half a second to stay in front. Jay may have had the rest of the circuit covered, but Mazam really can follow him quite closely. He's matching him lap after lap for pace, and he's still within earshot.
It's a good so far. First round of the championship. So they did talk to the second round of the championship. When south up to north, a little bit up north, then went up to south again. Now we're down. Rated player, Singapore.
Yeah. Or rather, all player, or we can call it South Malaysia. South Malaysia at this point, but anyhow, it's still nip and tuck here. After all of that, all the travelling, and time is space and time as well, basically, because we travel back in time a couple of times in this championship. Still no way through just yet for Mazam, but he knows full well his championship now, the destiny of this championship is in his hands.
It's in his hands here, ladies and gentlemen. Mazam Zari, 5 tenths. How consistent can you be, Mazam Zari? With 5 tenths behind for this time, just like that. So, then he needs to get himself. So, what he's doing in racing, he's pressuring JP, he's pressuring J1. So,
and the fact that he doesn't really have to move much, he maintains his line every single time, and it was what he was being given for him big time here. But how low is Mazam going to play ball? Again, we asked that question before. It looks as though he's getting a bit antsy here. He's the closest that he's ever been to try and overtake, and Jay runs very wide coming through the circus hairpin. No way through just yet. He's still up in front, but Mazam is getting closer and closer.
for Mazam Zari, he's born, but he's carrying the Johor flag with him. Nationality of Malaysian, but in Johor is a proud province of Malaysia. And yeah, Mazam Zari carrying the Johor flag. He had a quick brief with Thompson fighting with another Singaporean by the name of Jay Wong in Jay Wong's backyard.
And this circuit is pretty much close to where Johor is anyway. It's just south of where Johor is, across the causeway, really really checkpoints. But it's when they're inwards, of course, we're almost closer to the South China Sea because it is pretty much in the Marina Bay area, just about 50 minutes away from where the modern circuit is. Still, it's a fantastic circuit, and if you're going there in real life in Singapore, you might as well just visit it. It's just marvel at how crazy people went back there and drove in volatile race cars.
Some appreciation I have for a racer to another, the level of commitment, the level of craziness that some of these drivers have had to endure in the championship. Ladies and gentlemen, final lap of the bronze class in race 1 is going to be not done yet. You've got one more lap to do. Mazam Zari has got one more chance down the hairpin for turn 2 to overtake Jay Wong and clinch the lead of the race. Will that happen?
Yep, look at that. He's actually now right on the slipstream. Will he try and overtake on the inside? This is his only chance apart from the range hairpin. And again, he doesn't do it. He just tries to pressure Jay into mistake. Jay, likewise, has not relented. He's still managed to hold on to the lead of this race. Only for the time being. But for this next section, it might just be Jay's opportunity to sneak ahead because remember, he's actually faster through this section. Mazam, by virtue of slipstream, managed to hang on to it. We're on the last lap. We're looking at Jose Al-Qadri, who's being overtaken by Jaden Shah. Jaden then moves up to 5th place. He inches away from Jasmine Tan, who will be kicking himself for that incident in the first corner. Otherwise, he'll be right up there. So, Jaden actually nearly. No, in fact, no, I thought it was Jade Wong, but it's Jade Wong. Oh, the names are similar sometimes. But anyhow, we're on board now. Back to the bantamweight lead. 3/10 of a second between Jay Wong and Muazzam Zari. Where is Muazzam going to overtake? He doesn't want to take out his teammate. This is a straight fight. Oh, it's a bit of a shimmy there. He nearly lost it. That might be his opportunity gone begging. But Jay's not even as stable as him. He might want to try one, I think. He might want to try one on the hairpin.
Great champion coming up, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, look at
Jay
that!
Wong.
Jay loses it. Jay nearly lost it into the barriers. Muazzam didn't go for the dive. He in fact lets Jay off the hook, and Jay Wong gets his first victory of the season. Or does he? Team orders! Team orders! Or is it? It's going to be a drag race across the line. But Muazzam Zari tucks it on the inside. They're really having fun. It's almost a dead heat across the line. Who's going to win it? He does it by 17,000ths of a second.
Jay Wong and Muazzam Zari having the time of their life with team orders in play. Jay Wong will be the Rubens Barrichello in this region here, and has actually won the race ahead of Muazzam Zari, Jasmine Tan, and Championship leader. Disappointing first race for Jasmine Tan.
What if that moment of madness where they tried to go across the line together for Muazzam Zari may have cost him the championship after this, because he could have taken full points.
5 points.
So, wow, what a finish, of course. Not gonna lie, that's actually the closest ever finish we've had in the GP. I think we've had more than that in other positions, but for the win, that's probably one of the closest.
Ferrari 2002, remember, team orders are highly restricted in the GP. But
no, it's been team tactics. No, team tactics is welcome. Just don't make it too egregious. Don't make it too egregious. So that's why that was fair. That was actually quite a dead heat. It was a fun race to watch, but I don't know. Muazzam may have actually thrown the championship away if he has a poor second race. He had a good run at first.
He had a good run.
But then he just faded out. Oh, he'll be.
He's out of fuel. He's out of fuel.
He's out of fuel, isn't he? Oh, it's just like Josh Pro in an E1 championship. He needs to actually get someone to push him across the line. Does he have enough steam to get power through? One guy passes in from position as Reynaldo Julie. Julie comes across the line, the former champion in Topper.
Get
and
out
he
of the
stops.
car. Push your car. Push your car.
No, he doesn't have enough because it is an uphill section. Lavinesh, we're looking at him right now. He's actually laughing about it, but he knows full well he's not moving anymore. He will try to shimmy across the line, but this is the first time ever that we had someone run out of fuel just at the death, and he is laughing his head off right now. Oh.
What the event for
yeah, we do. Let's see if he's comfortable right now.
Muazzam Zari. I'd like to have him. Yes.
Oh, Muazzam. Yes, Muazzam. Hi, good evening, and congratulations on the second place. Can you take us through what happened there across the line? Because it looks as though you and your teammate Jay Wong were having a bit of a fun time there. It looked almost like team orders was at play, but it didn't really happen now, did it?
Yeah, no, actually me and Jay are doing, we're actually not fighting. We're just, doing our strategy to move away from the E3. And the last photo finish, the one is actually, we're just having a good time together.
I told you.
Yeah, called it. Happy called it there. We kind of called with the strategy as well because you were bump drafting Jay throughout the entire race so that you could get away from Cameron James. That kind of worked swimmingly for you guys, but the photo finish was something else, wasn't it? It was just like two guys having fun. But how's that gonna be for your championship fight? Because right now you're in the running for this, for the championship in bronze. Will you do the same thing, or will you probably just keep your head in and just focus on the task ahead?
Okay, for the second race, so since we are starting from P10 and P9, right? So I think maybe we at the first we just play safe first, because I don't want to be involved into so so many things incident, right? So we just play safe first, and let's say if we both survive to go to the front back, so we just do the same thing all over again. Try to pull away from the car behind.
That's very sound tactic, and the fact that you can make use of the Thompson miles to do so. So, we're not going to interrupt you anymore. We're like, oh wait, no, Afiq's going to...
I have one more question. What if that speed 2 finish that you had with Jay Wong, you know, 7 points is a lot. What if you actually needed those 7 points to win the championship?
No, at this point actually I don't really mind, because Jay is also on my teammate. We are just focusing on our team championship point.
Okay.
Alright, good thinking.
Yo, we're not stall you anymore. We'll get you back into the race, and good luck for race number 2.
Alright, thank you.
And he was very sporting there. He was very coy about it as well, given the fact that after what happened in Johor, when he wanted to say he wanted to play it safe, drive to survive, as he said it, didn't really work out that way. He only got 1 point for the entire round, but that was his drop round, and that puts him well and truly in the driving seat for this one. He is starting in 9th, and again, the same kind of tactics may play into his hands if they get a good start. And for the likes of Jasmine, who's in P4, he'll be hoping that his teammate would not have the same kind of luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, these drivers are actually fighting for a trophy by yes, ammo right now. 10 seconds on the gantry ammo.
Yep, we're going to get underway here for the final time in bronze for season 11 of Global Edition Racing Playground. Somebody horned at the start. Revs are rising. Lights on the gantry, and we're going to say it like in the 60s, we're flagging off here, and it looks as though Jasmine didn't get the best of starts on our view. Jose Alcantara made a jump on him. Jaden Chow on his outside, Kanzani Rabdani right behind him, but over the rise is Kingston Tan from Hot Rocket, who leads the way coming up to the hump. Right beside him is Singaporean Brandy Martins. Behind is Imran Harris, and then the rest of the field then stream through the start of the lap coming up to the circus hairpin. Some people break a bit early. Jasmine doesn't mind, he breaks a bit late and avoids getting tagged. In fact, a couple of drivers get tagged behind, hits the pillars, but Jasmine didn't really get hit like what happened in race 1. But conversely, that's what happened to Muazzam Zari. Muazzam has been turned around here and he's into the trees.
Into the trees indeed, look at that, he's fighting. Muhammad Hakimi is right there, and to his own guys, so is Muazzam Zari. Muazzam Zari here is in no man's land. He is right now. Jasmine Tan is having the field day, ladies and gentlemen. He's trying to win the championship. Ammo, stay 21.
Okay, now, okay, you continue on this. I will count, Afiq. This might just throw into the Spanish.
Oh, there's another car into the wall.
And that was Imran Harris. Imran's actually whacked the lamppost.
Check. Now, Jasmine Tan, right here, P2 in the championship. Alright. P2 in the championship for, P2 in the race for Jasmine Tan. He's currently down to P2. Officially, they haven't counted the current standings yet, but as it stands, will win the championship. Really wasn't going to have better race 1.
Indeed, but right now, second, as we go to the race, it's 7 points difference, as you said before. But if Jasmine now gets the lead of the race between the two tons, it's actually going to be Jasmine who comes out on top there. No relation, by the way, just similar surnames. Jasmine running outside, sweeps through to take the lead. That is 50 points in the bag. Whereas no points for Muazzam Zari. He will lose the championship by just 8 points. So Muazzam then.
That 7 points was very bad. He needed that 7 points.
Right then, coming up through the hump. Onto the Thompson, the end of the Thompson mile. They're going side by side here. The fifth racing driver versus the Hot Rocket racing driver. Jasmine Tan on the inside, Kingston on the outside. Kingston has to relent for the time being at least. Red Hot breaks Chloe as Jasmine stamps on the anchors and takes the lead proper coming on the circus end. Now then, it's sorry, even 17, so no need to focus on it for now. Let's just have him mind his own race. And remember, he did say earlier, if he had a clean run, he'll try to do the same tactic with Jay Wong. Jay, incidentally, actually had a clean start to the race. He's up to P6, so starting P10, he's up to P6, he had a better run. Looks as though in the midfield is not the best place to be when you have these kind of incidents. As now, Jasmine will focus on trying to pull ahead of Kingston Tan. Kingston has no answer to him in the first half of the lap, coming to the final half then. And looks as though Jasmine may have actually got the breathing space, 1 second between himself and the other time.
Kingston done for Rocket and
Oh, look at it.
Kingston done that. Very security there.
We can just see above through the trees. Can you imagine that you have an observation post right up here? You can just see how the action happened. Kingston time got mugged 2 for 1 there. First from Bradley Martins and then from Ozar Kadri. He might be looking a bit missed after this if he lost another position to Kanzani Ramdani. There he goes side by side here. This is like the exact same situation between Jay Wong and Muazzam Zari when they finished the first when they finished the first race. Look at that, 3 wide coming across the start finish line.
3 wide separating them. 4, 3, 4, 6 respectively. Look at that. Kanzani Ramdani, no 3 wide. You don't want to go 3 wide in the first turn. Can you? Into the wall.
Oh! Too late there, they are into the barriers, and I did say earlier, somebody might end up in the lamppost, and Kingston Tan unfortunately was one of them.
Ozar Kadri being the biggest winner from that situation right there. He's actually up to P3.
And Ramdani is the biggest loser of all of that. He's out of the championship fight as well, so that's it. It's a straight fight between Jasmine Tan and Muazzam Zari, but Muazzam hasn't had a good recovery job that he would have wanted. He's still in P16. P15 now, in fact. He's got the 2 positions because of Kingston and Kanzani's misfortunes.
If you're Muazzam Zari right now and you don't care about your team championship, you have to pray to the racing gods that Bradley Martins can catch Jasmine Tan or teammate and actually fight him for the win. And if they tangle and takes Jasmine Tan out, Muazzam Zari will win in the most controversial way possible.
Yes, but I know Bradley because I've raced against him. In fact, I'm racing with him in another set constantly. He is quite a hard charger, but he's a fair racer, so it'll be not the possibility that it won't be a possibility that he would take out someone out of spite, but he will definitely chase Jasmine hard for that. It's 3.2 seconds now. Jasmine's in the clear, no one to play slipstream with, but he has made the time up through the old Thompson Road, and he is now well and truly in the clear.
Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, Jasmine Tan finishes lap 2 of the race, starting lap 3 with a 3.4 second gap to Bradley Martins. Now, Jay Wong is actually catching quite well into the first turn.
Indeed, and we saw last time how that didn't play out quite well. Jay Wong this time just backs out a bit, but gets back into the slipstream of Jose Al-Qadri. Coming onto the circus hairpin around the outside, Jose breaks a bit early. Jay goes even deeper, but Jose takes a second snap at the brakes, manages to keep third place for the time being. Oh, he thinks about it. He goes around the outside, Jay. That may not be the most advisable move, but it comes on the inside. No, Jay has to back out of it again. Jose putting on a good defensive job here.
Fighting with Jay Wong for, well, P3. P3 is up for grabs here, and Jay Wong, he needs to be in a very comfortable position to, win the championship from Biff Racing. Remember, Stratos and Biff, 17 points is what separates them before the final round of the season, which is round 3.
Yep. Ooh, Ozer gets a bit of a tap there from Jay Wong. A 10th of a second separate between both of them, and you're talking about the Biff situation with Stratos. And guess what? That may be out of the window for Stratos after this, because Biff have had a glut of the drivers in this class, so that's where most of the points will come over. But permutations aside, we can count that after this. We're looking at the battle now between Ozer and Jay, and Jay goes a bit shallow there, while Ozer went very deep, but both of them came out of the corner right around the same time. Slipstream on for Jay Wong, and he is now the recipient of the slipstream as opposed to giving a slipstream to another driver right behind him, which was in that time Muazzam Zari. Now he's behind Jose Al-Qadri. Will he be brave to actually keep it planted? Let's hear that.
I would.
He kept it flat. He kept it flat. You can hear the revs rise for a second as the car lifted off the ground. Coming out now, they're going side by side. They touch each other's wheels, but who's gonna brake the latest? In fact, Bradley braked late at the front there. Almost missed the apex. Whoa, Ozer locked up, smacked into the back of Jay Wong's tires, but luckily no one spun around that time, and Jay Wong gets third place away from Ozer. He blinked under pressure.
Under pressure, pushing down on him, pushing down on you, says Jay Wong. He's not succumbing to pressure, is he, Jay Wong?
Not by any means, because for the time being at least, Jay is asserting the pressure even harder now, knowing the fact that his teammates up in front, well ahead here, and on course to win the championship.
Yep, and Desmond Tan here. And reminder, with racing, but look at some things, they'll actually overtake the lead of the team standings from Stratus Motorsport.
And look at that, there goes Desmond up to, no, in fact, there goes Jay up to second, I think. Yes, he does. Jay gets up to second ahead of Bradley Martins. He outfoxed him there to get up to P2. But for how long that he can actually hold on to that, because the other two guys might fight back, unless, of course, Jay gets an impressive final sector here to just eke out an advantage onto the Thompson mile. It looks as though he might have actually done so. 0.8 of a second separating between himself and Bradley Martins, with the gap now standing at just under 5 seconds between himself and Desmond Tan. So Jay Wong then is on course for a very strong weekend here in Thompson Road.
Indeed, Gabriel Wee, though, we need to focus on Gabriel Wee as well. He's not fighting, he's in P5. He's got another battle though, Levinesh and Imran Harris. So again, these two, Levinesh being the little bit aggressive driver back in the Speed Diamond Leagues when I posted it.
Yes, indeed. And the fact that Lavinesh was one of those guys that signed